strangest thing. It's shorter than you think. No think. It's shorter.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Queen Talks Crime, and I'm back, y'all, with another video. Shout out to my old and new subscribers. Shout out to my members and my moderators. I appreciate and I love every last one of y'all. So let's get into the video. Today, we're going to be talking about Brian Laundrie versus Jelani Day. It's going to be a little bit different today because I want to address these two different cases in one video, because we have to start breaking down a few things on the Summer Wells case, and we are juggling multiple cases, okay? So I figured it's a point I need to make between Brian and Jelani Day, so I figured why not deal with both in one video. Okay, so there's a very point that I want to make, and I want y'all to pay attention. So first, we're going to start off with Brian Laundrie. I knew before they announced that it was likely Brian Laundrie. I would like to know how long he's been deceased. That will give us more information. I am feeling for the Petitos right now because there is no justice in this situation. In this whole ordeal, there is no justice. Brian never answered for his suspected crimes. Likely he committed suicide, or someone got to him. And I'm shocked. If he committed suicide, I didn't believe he had the cojones to pull it off. But I guess if you're scared of jail or prison, you will do anything to avoid it. That was a cowardly way to go out if he committed suicide. I hope he wrote a note. Sad situation right now. And right now, I want to know what's going through the Laundrie parents' minds. I wonder if they're feeling guilty or wish that they've cooperated sooner. Would their son still be alive? They can't even have an open casket funeral because he's a skeleton, partial skeleton. They don't get a chance to view their son one last time. And I want to know if they feel like they've made a mistake. I want to know what's going through their minds, what they're thinking. I wonder if one of the thoughts is, if I didn't support my son on the run, he would still be alive today in jail, but he'll be alive and well. Choices they've made, I know, is hitting them hard with regret. Helping your son caused you to bury your son, when all he needed to do was turn himself in, and the Laundrie parents should have encouraged him to be a man and answer for what you've done. Now he's gone. So I can imagine, you guys, what's going through their minds. I can pretty much imagine. And there might definitely be some guilt there that's going through their minds. And it's a very sad situation. Now, there are protesters in the front chanting, hoping Brian burns in hell. And that, y'all, I don't agree with. Okay? Yes, the parents lied and helped protect their son. I just don't personally believe in speaking ill of the dead. I believe I believe in karma, and you get what you give. You reap what you sow. So standing there wishing that their dead son is burning in hell, it's not benefiting anything. That's not causing them any more grief. It makes y'all look some type of way. I mean, he's dead. Okay? Now we're waiting on the manner of death. But nothing that y'all say this whole time has had any effect on the Laundries. So you're wishing that their son burning in hell is not going to cause any effect either. Do you think what you're saying about him burning in hell is more worse than what they feel right now? They're thinking about, if we would have turned my son in, would he still be alive today? They're feeling like they helped kill their son. They helped him commit suicide by helping him, hiding him. So that weighs on them more than what strangers outside their home is saying. And also, y'all protesters need to be careful, because you have two parents that are grieving that has shown no type of care for anything. And finding out their son is dead and you're saying that outside, somebody might snap and there might be another dead body in front of the laundry house. So I think they should be mindful of what you're saying, because you don't know what's in their house. You don't know what these parents are thinking. Okay, they've helped their son evade going to prison. Okay, so, and their son is dead now. So you don't know what's going through their minds, and you have to be careful and mindful of what you say. It could be very dangerous. And it looked like their dad is on the verge of snapping. So I would just think about what you're saying before you say it, because one of them might come out that house and deal with one of you protesters. I mean, there's a limit to everything, okay? There's a limit. And I'm not saying that they're right, because I definitely do not agree with the Laundries. What I'm saying is, these people have shown you who they are. Believe them. And if you know they're not right and they've shown you they're not right, you're taking a risk outside there talking about their dead son. A risk that they might snap and come see you about their dead son. That's what I'm saying. But so they're grieving, okay? They're grieving, they lost a child, and they help supporting him. So that's going through their mind, and it hits different than someone else killing their child. It's nothing like feeling like you helped hurt your child. You helped your child die than someone else doing it. Okay? It just hits different. So, I've learned, like I said, speaking ill of the dead or mocking the dead never gives you good luck. It doesn't bring you anything good. So, I already said what I said, and then that's what it is. You're at your own risk talking about someone's dead son. At the end of the day, they're reaping what they sowed. They chose to help and obey and obey with their son. He's dead. And you don't know what else is going through their mind right now. And just to be honest, you wishing him to go to hell, I mean, he's likely already there. So there's no need to wish. Okay? So, like I said, I'm feeling for the Petitos because they have no answers about why Brian did it. No justice here. The only thing that might help a little is knowing that the person who took their daughter's breath away is no longer breathing. That may help just a little ease. But they're still going to be in excruciating pain. 2 young people, 2 families torn apart. It's a sad day. 2 lives was lost. That's a sad day. Murder-suicide is likely what happened here. Or murder. Now, let's talk about how they identified Brian by his dental records. Within 24 hours, Jelani Day took 24 days to be identified. Brian was skeletal. I heard it was possibly just a skull. So Jelani was decomposed but intact. So make that make sense. Just think about what I'm saying here. Why is that? I know already why Brian took 24 hours and Jelani Day took 24 days. And Jelani wasn't a skeleton. He was decomposing, but he was more intact than Brian Laundrie. So why did it take longer for Jelani Day than Brian Laundrie? So I already know that Illinois is crooked. Peru, Bloomington dropped the ball. They did not do their job. Nevertheless, they didn't care about Jelani. So do you see the difference here? If you care or want answers bad enough, dental records can be back within 24 hours. Jelani, 24 days. We know they were tampering with the body and evidence, hindering the manner and cause of death to fit the narrative that they want. Too much of the evidence points to foul play, which makes it hard for them to further hinder the case. It's all over the news. They cannot tamper with anything else. It will be brought to the forefront if they tried. My point is, I want y'all to see how fast they identified a complete decomposed body versus a not completely decomposed body. They made Bloomington and Peru look like amateurs. They made y'all look bad, sorry, pitiful. It further confirms that y'all deliberately kept Jelani and his identity hidden for a reason, a purpose, which was to figure out your next move on covering up for a murder. Jelani Day toxicology results was caffeine, nicotine, and weed. And what's weird is they said he didn't have a significant amount of nicotine or caffeine in his system. So the state coroner's office must have sent the remainder of Jelani, since the family called you guys out and said, we need the rest of Jelani and his organs. All of a sudden, we're able to get things from the brain, which we were told was mush and liquefied. They thought they were going to get away with withholding organs and body parts, and they didn't think it was going to be another autopsy, and they didn't think the family was going to call them out. But y'all don't forget, the family said, we believe the state coroner's office still has parts of Jelani, and we need those. So all of a sudden, we have toxicology results from these organs that was allegedly liquefied. Don't y'all find that strange? So that tells y'all, in other words, that the state coroner office, the first coroner, still had parts of Jelani. body parts that were told to us was missing. They pulled from these organs, which they told us was missing, mush, and liquefied, which I knew who likely had them, because if you think about it and if you watch what they're telling you, and you know how things go and who had the body and how long they had the body, who was the second coroner, what they said they didn't have, you can put two and two together and figure out what's going on here. So now we know what was in Jelani's system before he was murdered. So he had to have been killed shortly after leaving the dispensary. Being they were able to get away with what they could hopefully soon will know a cause of death or manner of death. Evil is everywhere, you guys. It's everywhere. You have to call evil out by its name, its horns, and you got to confront it. Because if you don't, it will beat you. I'm glad Miss Day fought and make noise, or we wouldn't be here. They would have gotten away with Jelani's body parts, organs, tampered with evidence, never released it when they released the body. Imagine if she didn't get a second autopsy. We wouldn't know about his teeth being removed, top and bottom, the brain, the spleen, the jawbone. They would have covered up the murder for an accident or a suicide. Now they can't. They're exposed and forced to give answers. So sadly, it shouldn't be this way, but evil is everywhere. So my point is, because I needed to give the toxicology results for Jelani, and I needed to talk about Brian as well and give my analyzation on that. I also wanted to point out the difference. And the big difference and the significance is 24 hours to identify Brian Laundrie's skull by dental records. 24 days to identify non-skeletal remains. Do you see the problem? Do you see what I see? Do you see the attempted cover-up of murder? Do you see the racial bias in this as well? They all play a part. They all play a part. I wanted to show y'all, compare and contrast, as well as deal with these two updates at the same time. Thank you guys. I love y'all. I'll be back again with a video tomorrow. We got to break down an upload from Don Wills. Thank you guys. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Peace.